Welcome to the Deep Dives, where we take that huge stack of sources you send us and, well, we try to distill them into something you can actually use.
And right now, let's be honest, there is so much noise out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing is creating more confusion than the AI assistant landscape. I mean, it feels like we've gone from, oh, look, a chatbot, to...
Wait, which one do I even click on?
Exactly. I've got 4 major options.
Yeah.
ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, Gemini, and they all seem to do the same thing. But then my colleague swears by one just for summarizing meeting notes.
And you're left with this tool selection fatigue.
Yeah, that's the perfect term for it. Which button do I press for this meeting brief or for this piece of code I'm trying to fix or for, this research paper? It's overwhelming.
And that feeling of choice paralysis is completely understandable. The information is everywhere, but the actual utility it's murky. Which is exactly why the source material you sent us this week is so valuable. It just cuts through all the marketing noise and gives us a practical map.
Okay, so it's a map. How does it work?
Well, it organizes these 4 big tools, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, and Gemini, by their core specialty. It divides them into 4 distinct domains, like quadrants.
Quadrants, got it.
And then around each of those tools, it maps out the specific tasks you'd use them for. It cleverly calls them spokes.
So it's not about which AI is the smartest in general.
Not at all. It treats the whole landscape less like a race and more like a focused expert toolkit. Each one has its job.
Okay, I like that. So our mission for this deep dive is to really internalize this framework, going straight for the ultimate shortcut matching your specific task to the tool that actually excels at it.
Exactly. We're moving past the question of what can this tool do?
To what should I use for this exact moment?
Precisely. And to do that, we have to start with the most foundational choice, the big dividing line on this map.
Which is what?
The choice between needing versatile creation and needing grounded, sourced research.
Right. When I sit down to use an AI, am I looking for a creative partner that can generate new text, or am I looking for a research assistant that organizes the web for me?
That is the core divide. And if you need a powerful co-creator and abstract reasoning engine, you head to the top left quadrant on this map.
And that is home to ChatGPT.
The one and only.
We've all used it, but let's go beyond the basics. The source material labels it the all-around helper, specializing in versatile creation and reasoning.
Yeah.
But what does that really mean in practice?
It means it's the domain you turn to when the task requires sophisticated input generation. The spokes here are things like drafting, rewriting, summarizing.
All about manipulating text and ideas.
Exactly. And let's get specific. If you need to brainstorm complex ideas, this is your home base. Say you're writing a creative brief for a new product and you're just stuck on the tone. ChatGPT excels at mimicking styles, handling that kind of nuance, and just generating the first 80% of a really persuasive document.
That's a key distinction. It's not just drafting a simple email. It's generating a detailed, multi-part output that actually requires some creative reasoning.
Precisely. And one of the most powerful spokes connected to this tool is troubleshooting.
Oh, interesting. Like for coding.
Exactly. If you're stuck debugging a complex Python script, or you need step-by-step help building a specific database query, ChatGPT's strength in logical reasoning makes it the ideal expert to consult.
So it's thinking abstractly about the problem space. Yeah. It's trying to find the logical flaw, even if its direct web access isn't perfect.
You've got it. It's the engine for building or figuring out an abstract challenge.
Okay, that really clarifies the creative reasoning side. So now if we move across the map to that top right quadrant, we're shifting gears entirely.
Completely. We're moving from creation to verification. And over there sits Perplexity.
Whose core strength is not creative writing.
Not at all. It's all about research and answers. With sources. That's the key. If you value knowing where the answer came from and being able to quickly check it,
you have to choose this domain.
You must. Look at its spooks, exploring topics, comparing options, pulling key facts. These are all rooted in information retrieval.
So give me an example.
Okay. Let's say you need to quickly understand the current regulatory stance on some niche technology. You'd use Perplexity because it doesn't just synthesize an answer for you.
It gives you the links.
Right. It gives you the direct links to the government websites or the news sources right there in the answer.
So let's do a head-to-head. I asked ChatGPT to summarize a 10-page report on climate trends, and I asked Perplexity to do the same thing. How do the outputs actually differ? Because they both have summarizing as a task they can do.
That's a fantastic question, and it's where this framework really shines. ChatGPT will give you a beautiful, coherent, flowing narrative summary. It'll capture the tone, the main points. It's excellent for making the text easy to digest.
Okay, so a nice readable paragraph.
Exactly. Perplexity, on the other hand, will give you a summary that looks more like extracted, bulleted facts, and every single sentence will be tied back to its source link at the bottom.
Ah, I see.
The goal isn't narrative flow. The goal is verifiable information extraction. If you need to defend those facts in a meeting.
You're choosing Perplexity every single time. No question.
Every time.
So the fundamental choice in the top half of our map is whether the utility I need is driven by an internal reasoning engine, like ChatGPT, or by external verifiable web context, which is Perplexity.
That's it.
That completely clarifies that initial hurdle of content creation versus fact gathering.
It does. It moves you from just randomly testing tools to having a focused intent. Now that brings us to the bottom half of the map,
Right.
which deals less with that high-level purpose and more with the specialized mode of interaction. We're talking about interaction speed and workflow management.
This feels like the trickiest part for a casual user, because both Grok and Gemini, they feel like they overlap with the top two tools.
They absolutely can, which is why the distinction is so important.
So let's start with the bottom left, the domain focused on fast, dynamic interaction, Grok.
Grok's specialty is described as fast exploration and commentary. Think of this as your rapid-fire conversationalist.
A conversationalist.
Yeah, it's designed to keep up with a quick back and forth with iteration. And critically, it often incorporates real-time social context into its responses. That's its niche.
So this is not for deep, stable research. And it's not for crafting a final polished document. It's for when I need a sparring partner.
That's the perfect way to put it, a sparring partner. The spokes here are quick takes, idea generation, and staying engaged on a topic where information is shifting fast.
Okay, so like a breaking news story.
Precisely. Let's say a major financial news story just broke. You want to use an AI to rapidly model two contrasting viewpoints, a bull case and a bear case. Grok is designed for that dynamic, argumentative, follow-up heavy kind of interaction better than the others.
It keeps the conversation alive and responsive.
Yes. So if you know you're going to ask 10 rapid, challenging follow-up questions to iterate on a single concept, Grok is optimized for that engagement loop. Its whole architecture is built for velocity and immediate social context.
Got it. Okay, so that's Grok. Now let's move across to the last quadrant, the bottom right, Gemini.
Right. And this one is focused on productivity workflows and integrated tasks.
The moment I hear productivity workflows, my brain immediately jumps back to ChatGPT.
Of course.
Both of them can draft. Both can summarize. So if I need to draft an internal memo, why would I open Gemini instead of the standard all-around helper?
And that is the critical question this framework helps you answer. The utility of Gemini is less about pure text generation power.
And more about?
More about its seamless integration into complex, multimodal environments. Its core strength is handling diverse inputs.
Inputs. Okay, unpack that.
Think about the tasks mapped as spokes for Gemini. Extracting information, organizing notes, working across content types. While ChatGPT is great at summarizing a single document, Gemini excels if your task is to take, say, a stack of 5 PDFs, 2 Google Sheets, and 3 emails, and then extract the key performance indicators from all of them.
Oh, wow.
And structure those KPIs into a single cohesive table or maybe a presentation outline.
Ah, so it's not about generating new text from a blank page. It's about managing and structuring information that already exists, often across different formats I'm already using.
Precisely. Gemini is designed to be deeply embedded in your existing productivity suite. If your goal requires managing multi-step tasks, like coordinating a complex project where you're summarizing video transcripts of meetings, then organizing those into action items, and then drafting the follow-up communication.
Right.
It just works more smoothly across those different inputs. It's the orchestrator of existing data.
The orchestrator, I like that. So let's just recap the whole map. We've broken down these 4 essential domains.
Right.
We have the top 2, which is the choice between pure creative capability, that's ChatGPT, versus sourced verifiable research, which is Perplexity.
The creator versus the researcher.
Exactly. And then the bottom 2 are about the mode of interaction. It's the choice between rapid, engaged conversation, that's Grok.
Versus smooth, integrated organizational workflows. That's Gemini.
That clean breakdown is just so essential. Once you understand the specialized environment each tool was built for, the choice becomes almost instant.
It does, and that leads us directly to the big actionable takeaway here. The simple pick framework from the source material. This is the definitive cheat sheet.
Okay, lay it out for us. If I'm standing at that digital crossroads right now, what is the one-sentence core identity I should keep in my head for each of these tools?
Okay, let's run through them. Rapid fire.
Let's do it.
First, ChatGPT. It's your pick for versatile creation, for creative reasoning, and for abstract problem solving. Use it when you need a powerful first draft or help troubleshooting.
Got it. Next.
Second, Perplexity. This is for research-style answers. You use it whenever grounding, sources, citations, and understanding the current web context are absolutely mandatory.
With the fact checker.
The fact checker. Third, Grok. This one is for rapid, dynamic, back-and-forth exploration and quick commentary, especially when speed and iterative discussion are the priority.
The sparring partner.
Exactly. And fourth, Gemini. This is for everyday productivity. You choose it when you need to manage complex, multi-input workflows and seamlessly structure information across different content types.
The orchestrator.
The orchestrator.
That is incredibly clear. It completely bypasses that meaningless comparison of, raw processing power.
It does.
And instead, it focuses entirely on the user's intent. It stops asking which one is smarter, and it starts asking which one is the right specialist for my problem right now.
Exactly. And the most actionable instruction we can take from this guide is this simple rule. To choose correctly every time, start with the functional specialty that matches your goal, then follow the specific tasks, the spokes to the tool you need.
So you start with a quadrant, then follow the spoke.
That structured approach is the antidote to the chaos.
This deep dive has really given us a structured map to navigate what was, to be honest, a very confusing world of AI assistance. You now have a task-oriented map to move past these vague general capabilities to focus utility. That shortcut is it's priceless.
It is. And if we connect this knowledge to the bigger picture, it raises a really crucial question for the future. Well, we've just demonstrated that even now essential tasks like drafting and summarizing, they're spokes that overlap between 2 or even 3 of these domains.
It's true.
And as these AI models rapidly advance, they are all becoming more and more universally capable of performing most of these basic functions.
So they're all converging.
They're all converging. So if the guiding principle today is to match the tool's core specialty to your task, what happens when they all truly converge on capability?
That's a great question. What's the takeaway then?
The essential takeaway for you, the listener, has to remain this. While the apps will continually evolve and overlap, your ultimate goal still dictates the optimal choice. You have to continue to identify which tool best excels at your single current task, not just which one can do it.
So it's about finding the specialist, even when everyone becomes a generalist.
Exactly. The need for this precise goal matching, focusing on the spokes and the true specialty, will only become more critical as the general capabilities of these tools inevitably start to merge.